The old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. It has seen many a high-stakes clash, and another one coming up from Columbus in this one. The Oregon Ducks come in to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, and over the last several years, whenever these two teams have gotten together, high stakes, playoff games, conference championship implications, all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season.
Going to take a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quick give. It's Jackson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown! Buckeye! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And he is tackled inside his own 5. Tried to go backwards and committed the cardinal sin on the return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Left side is Hill. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. First down, 10 yards to go. Moore. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Moore will throw. They're all over him. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Moore. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on. Running through contact. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Start and need to put something together on this drive. The run inside. It's Hill. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove,
breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Moore to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Snags it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker, and he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is number 1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Sayin makes the grab. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Rushes on. And he avoids the sack.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
3rd and long right here. Wide receiver going in motion. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Got his man. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down. Fourth down, say it. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Under pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all that last play.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Stewart. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Dante Moore. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set to throw. It's Sayin. He wants to go deep. Makes a deep grab. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready. Flag 18. Flag 18. Return.
Making the adjustment. Here's Sayin to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line, set up in such good position.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing more. Makes a grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Moore to the air. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Moore from the gun on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Slips through the line. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, say it. Looking down the middle. Found a save. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Buckeyes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Throws it deep. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Moore. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this. Defense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Moore with the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Off play action. Rush right in his face. Makes the catch on the left. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 14 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Georgia chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy.
He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires to the big fella. The discard, and he's running free. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Booster, booster. Sweeps.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Sayin. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46?
Ready, go.
Using his feet. Inside the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, it has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much. In that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running the red zone, it's Rodgers. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Say it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Here's Moore to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Moore will throw. Looking for a big play. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Dante Moore. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hits inside, it's Rodgers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads it left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
What an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Throwing, say it. Look out. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Throwing more. Setting up the screen. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Nowhere to go.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Here's Julian saying to throw. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, saying. They get to him as he throws. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Moore. He'll throw it. Right side, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Nice run. Great job by the running back. Making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up the 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
Here comes the heat. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's Moore to throw. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a 1-possession game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Number 49, set to kick it away.
On the return, it's Cross. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Oh, pressure's coming. Just got rid of that one.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets rid of it.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play.
Booster, booster. Sweep, sweep.
Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Out wide right, it's Smith. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Rodgers. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
And it's good! There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Dante Moore. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Stewart. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a 1st down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Hauls it in. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need...
Lets it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Handoff to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
He's changing the play. It was billed as a clash of heavyweights, but only one answered the challenge in this one. And now, it's not just that they lost the game. They're going to have to answer for the way they lost the game.
It's one thing to lose to a really good team. It's another thing to get blown out. And I hope this squad keeps together. I hope the leaders in the locker room stay together. They realize this is one bad day. This is not who we are. This is a really good football team. But we got some stuff we got to fix because we got to play this team possibly again and teams that are built like them if we want to win a national championship.
And I think the head coach of the former #1 team is going to have a lot of questions thrown his way because